guys, it's Amber. Long time no see. I'm sorry it's been so long since I made a video. I actually pre-filmed 2 more videos that were supposed to go up, but my memory card corrupted and I pre-filmed them because I knew I wouldn't have time to film, and unfortunately that time was not found and those videos were ruined. I don't know what happened. I had to buy a new memory card. I will try to refilm those. Again, my videos will be sort of sporadic, but I'll do the best I can as always. So today we're going to talk about a very interesting subject. So for those of you guys who may be new to my channel, I have a series called Rosacea Diaries, which is this, where I'm in my bathroom, I don't wear makeup typically, and I talk about skincare, acne, rosacea, different theories I've heard and things like that. So I have tried lots of different acne products. I've just tried general skincare products. I've tried anti-aging products. I've tried a lot of different things, and I usually try to document my experience and let you guys know what works and what doesn't. Sometimes I've had bad reactions. Sometimes I've had, quick results. Sometimes things haven't given me results. Sometimes things give me results in one area but not in another, like they might take care of my redness but they don't take care of my acne. And so it's been very interesting to find out what works for my skin and what doesn't. Some of you might think, Amber, why do you try so many products? Well, the reason why I try so many products is because I want to give you guys a good idea of what works and what doesn't. It's just like people like to try a bunch of foundations, give your opinions on how similar they are. That's kind of the same thing I do with skincare. That being said, I'm kind of not interested in trying anything new right now, and I'll go over that a little bit in a second. So what I want to talk about today is purging a myth? Does skin really purge, and how do you know if you're purging or if you're just breaking out? So before I start, let me give you a little bit of background. I am a cosmetologist. I am in no way a skin specialist. I'm not a dermatologist. I can't tell you what's right for your skin. These are just my ideas and opinions. But as always, do your own research. And if you have any questions concerning the safety of any products, always consult your doctor or dermatologist and do what you feel best about. Some of you guys might know that I have been using some Dermalogica products. I started using them in about December and I had mixed results, and I just wasn't really happy with the overall appearance of my skin, even though some of the products individually I did really like. Dermalogica reached out to me. They sent me some more products that they thought would be better for my skin, and we went from there. So in August, I had my 3rd child, and I was currently breastfeeding when we had our consultation. So with that consultation, she told me that they don't recommend anything with salicylic acid to women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. Now, I'm going to get more into that for a second, but I'm just giving you that background so you know why she chose the product she did. So I have a video on all the products that they gave to me, which I can link up here so you guys can see my unboxing. It's in my PR haul, and I kind of show all the different products I got. So if you missed that video and you normally watch my Rosacea Diaries, make sure you check that one out. I kind of slipped some of those products in there instead of making a whole separate video just for them. So with that, she said there were a few products that I wasn't using correctly, and then she said that I would probably experience some purging. Now, what is purging? Purging is basically your skin is getting rid of all the toxins. Now, for a long time, I always kind of roll my eyes when I hear people say, oh, your skin's gonna purge, your skin's gonna purge. And it kind of seemed like, is this just a way that companies cover their tracks? If a product makes you break out, they're like, oh, your skin's just purging, you just need to keep using it, just keep using it, your skin's just purging. And I was like, that was kind of my gut reaction. And I'm being 100% honest. I'm sure companies watching this are going to be like, please don't say this, because companies obviously are not going to like me to say anything negative about their products. But the only thing that I can share is my honest opinion. And I feel like any company that watches this, if you don't like my honest opinion, then don't send me your products, because that's all I can give to you is what happened to me and share my story. I'm not going to say what someone else's story is, because that's not my story to tell. We got this routine, and it was going to be mostly for calming my skin because I have the redness through here. There were some gentle cleansing agents, some anti-aging, moisturizing benefits, and for acne control, I got this Medibac Cleansing Breakout Control, which uses natural silver instead of using a salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. I was excited for the fact that I could use this without using something that would be drying on my skin, which I've used in the past, to control my breakout. So as I started using the product, the first couple of days, everything seemed fine. As time started to progress on, my skin started to break out, and it broke out quite heavily. In fact, I'm going to insert some pictures and I'll show you what my skin looked like over the next few weeks of my purging phase. So basically, what a purge is supposed to be is the fact that when you are apparently using products that have things that create rapid cell turnover, your skin takes all the toxins that are in your face and they bring them to the surface. And so sometimes with some acne products, even from dermatologists, they'll say you may experience purging for a few weeks where your skin is just taking that stuff that's already in there, the dirt, the clogged pores, and it's kind of expelling it out of the skin, because they say that's the way that it gets out. It can't just kind of dissolve away. It needs to come out first, and then your skin can get better. They say that this process can anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, and that typically by a month, that's typically the time it takes for your skin to renew a full cycle, that you should be seeing some improvements in your skin. So the one thing that they say with purging is that your face will typically break out in the same areas it normally breaks out. And that was pretty true, because I was noticing breaking out here on my cheeks, which is typically where I get my rosacea acne. So rosacea and rosacea acne are different. So a lot of products that are formulated for rosacea are for calming, soothing. They want to desensitize the skin, bring up the lipid barrier, make sure that that skin is moisturized and calmed, and that will kind of take the redness down. Well, when you have acne rosacea, you get these little bumps associated with your rosacea. And the problem is that products that are designed to soothe and comfort the redness sometimes can make you break out. So in my world, would I rather have clear skin that has a slight bit of redness to it, or would I rather have skin that isn't very red but has bumps all over it and has flakes? It's a lot easier to cover redness than it is to cover very large skin texture. So I typically go the route of, let me get something for my acne and I'll just deal with the redness. So as this process was happening, I was like, okay, it's the purging period. I will be patient, I tried to work around it. I wore a little bit more foundation. It was hard because it did affect how I felt. And I've talked a little bit about how acne can make you feel. As much as you can say acne is normal and everybody can have acne and lots of people suffer from acne, it doesn't change the fact that when I woke up in the morning and I looked in the mirror, it made me feel crappy. Like, just straight up, I felt like crap, because I'm like, my skin looks horrible. Like, I don't want to go out like this. I don't want people seeing me like this. I have to put on a lot of foundation to cover it, probably about 2.5 weeks. And I sent an email to Dermalogica and I was just like, whoa, my skin is really bad. Like, really bad, worse than it was before I started. And their response was, this is just what's normal, and don't worry about this. This is just what it goes on. And I just said, okay. And then at one point during the process, I said, I just feel like my skin needs some salicylic acid. Like, the products that are supposed to make your skin break out are ones that have salicylic acid or ones that have BHA. So this one from Paula's Choice, this is a BHA 1% lotion that has a very small amount of salicylic acid. And this did not make me purge. When I used this, my skin just generally slowly got better and I never went through a purging process. When I use the Mary Kay Clear Proof, this is a 2% salicylic acid, which also should be pulling that out. It also did not make me purge. So I was trying to look at these products and see what possibly could be making me purge. And it was weird because none of the products I was using had salicylic acid, and yet my skin was, as they said, purging. So I asked them about the salicylic acid, and they just said to consult my doctor, that that's not something that they recommended. So I had a checkup for my baby girl, and she is perfectly healthy, everything is great, and I just felt a little weird about not using salicylic acid, because if you guys have followed my journey, about 6 years ago, I had a really, really bad rosacea breakout. So when I was pregnant, I went to the dermatologist. And the funny thing is she said that what I couldn't use was anything that was internal. So something like Accutane or something that had salicylic acid that you took internally could be harmful for me. But she actually prescribed me medication that had salicylic acid in it to use while I was pregnant. So I was kind of like, I understand that this is your stance, and I understand that as a company that's based on skin therapists and not doctors per se, that you don't ever want to recommend something that could potentially be harmful. I totally get that, and I respect them 100%. But when I went to a dermatologist and when I went to my doctor and asked them about this, they said that in a small topical form on your face is just not going to be an issue. I started doing some research, and again, there was disagreeing opinions. Some said salicylic acid was harmful in any part, but most of the things that I had found were like, no internal taking if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, but if you use a small amount, less than 2% on your face as a spot treatment, that it's not going to do any harm. As you guys know, I used salicylic acid the whole time I was pregnant, and I used it in my Paula's Choice products. I had no idea. There was no label. I actually went to the Paula's Choice website. I looked it up. I saw no warnings about breastfeeding or pregnant women. I saw nowhere on their site that said advised against using it. And I was just like, okay, if this isn't something I should be using, why isn't this product labeled, to be harmful? Obviously, I used that my entire pregnancy. I went to the doctor. She said, everything was fine. She said my baby girl is perfectly healthy. So I just was like, okay, I'm not seeing an issue with using this when doctors have told me that it's okay. That's what they've actually told me that I can use. And so maybe this isn't the right thing for me. Maybe I just need to get something with salicylic acid in it. And so when I kind of relayed that back to Dermalogica, they stood by their stance, and they sent me some links of information about how they don't use salicylic acid. And I was like, fine, that's fine. I will continue on with my purging process and just see how it goes. Well, it got to be the point where I was over a month, and I started noticing acne scarring. So right here on my forehead and some on my cheek, I had some really deep under the ground pimples that were hurting, and I noticed that this one left kind of a hole where the pore was kind of just open way more than it was, and was kind of like scarred. And at that point, I just said, you know what, I just can't do this. I don't want to make my skin so bad that it's going to make it worse in the long run. I've seen people on Accutane, and their skin looks really, really, really bad for weeks and weeks and weeks. But then afterwards, their skin's totally clear. So I understand that there can be some truth to this purging process, and for some products it works. But I'm just like, if this is going to make me purge so much that my skin's going to scar, is it really worth it? Then I just think, so were these products really making my skin purge, or were these products making me break out? That is the question. I know that salicylic acid helps my skin and makes it look better. Breastfeeding and pregnancy aside, do these products really make me purge or make me break out? I don't know. I don't know if my skin was purging or not. Hey guys, so it's a few days later. I have been trying to edit this video for a couple days, so this video has been even more delayed. And I don't know why technology hates me right now, but basically, yeah, you can tell from my voice that I am sick, and my video, like the last part of it, it just like froze on like one spot, and then like you could hear my voice talking, and I like deleted it. I re-imported it like several times. Anyway, I couldn't get it to work. And yes, my hair is like way super light because I got it done yesterday, and that way I can put some more colors in it and it'll be more poppin', because like before it was like golden and it's more like platinum. Anyway, neither here nor there. My skin is calming down a little bit more every day, which is good, but I still want to find those benefits of finding a balance of acne treatment and reducing the redness and anti-aging. Those are all things that are very important to me. So once I get this a little bit more calmed down, what I'm going to do is just, I kind of did a crazy, and I just like changed everything at once. And that probably wasn't the greatest idea. Hindsight is 20/20, right? So what I'm going to do is just try switching up like one product at a time, use it for a few weeks and see how my skin reacts and give it some time. And that way I can identify like what things are affecting my face and what things aren't. And it could be that there's just one product that has something that I'm sensitive to. And eliminating that one product, my face will be great and I'll get the benefits of these products. So I feel like the benefit of these products is really good. But not knowing which product is causing a problem, I need to isolate the products with, it's kind of like when they do a test group, you know, you want to have like your, I forget what all the technical terms are, but you want to have the main group that doesn't change, that gives you consistent results, and then add something else in as like a test factor, and that way you can gauge it. And once I, you know, can gauge that product for a few weeks, then I can see if it is making me break out, etc., etc. So that's what my new plan is. So I will keep you guys updated and let you guys know how that is going. And I appreciate you guys so much with supporting my channel and always taking the time to watch my videos. I know that YouTube is still kind of crazy. I feel like half the people don't even get notified of my videos, and I guess the other 11,000 just don't even want to watch. I don't really know, but for those of you who are here and you're always here, I see you, I love you, I read your comments, I try to respond to every comment. Really, thank you. I will see you guys next time. Bye.